This is it. The moment we have all been waiting for. The Thomas Take Sports Podcast, Superbowl LI, Super Bowl 51 prediction. We got the matchup. The Atlanta Falcons representing the NFC and the New England Patriots representing the AFC. I got goosebumps. I'm pumped. I can't wait to give you my prediction, my Super Bowl X Factors for each team, the Patriots and the Falcons. Whew, I'm psyched. So, this is the matchup that I wanted. This is the matchup that I thought was possible. I picked Seattle and New England when the season started. I thought we'd see a rematch of that one. The only team that ruined that for me is the team that's now representing the NFC in the Super Bowl, the Atlanta Falcons. They beat the Seattle Seahawks in the playoffs. So, thank you, Atlanta, for ruining my prediction. But I am thankful that you are representing the NFC in the Super Bowl because I think you match up very well with New England, providing the fans like myself a great matchup in Super Bowl 51. Plus, I like Matt Ryan. I like Julio Jones. I like Devonta Freeman. I like Tevin Coleman. I like the pieces that they got. I like Vic Beasley. I like Keanu Neal. I believe that's his name, Keanu Neal. They've had really good drafts. Really good drafts. And I'm excited to see what happens in this matchup. But I got to make a prediction. First, as in the introduction there, I alluded to who I think will be the X factors of this Super Bowl. The X factor for the Atlanta Falcons is Vic Beasley, linebacker from Clemson, a guy that I really looked at a lot during the draft because he's got that Clemson pipeline that Buffalo, my favorite team, my hometown team, seems to indulge in, we'll just say. C.J. Spiller, Sammy Watkins, Shaq Lawson, 3 Clemson alums, 3 guys that the Buffalo Bills have drafted with their first-round picks. So I thought Vic Beasley was a possibility when he was in the draft. Just because of that, I thought there's a chance. I can't remember what year that was though. But Vic Beasley had 15 sacks this year, was an absolute terror for the Atlanta Falcons. Really, he's the Von Miller role. He plays that pass rusher, blitzing linebacker role for the Atlanta Falcons. I wouldn't say he's got the same ability as Von Miller, but he is that important to that defense. He is the X factor of the Falcons. Nobody on offense. I trust the guys on the Falcons offense to do what they need to do in order to provide them with the best chance at winning against the Patriots. The Matt Ryans, the Gabriels, the Freemans of the world, the Julio Joneses of the world. I trust that offense. I don't trust their defense. I think their defense needs to be perfect in order to win this game. And my X factor is Vic Beasley. If Vic Beasley can pressure Tom Brady, if Vic Beasley can be a guy that's one of the first men to the ball carrier, whether it's LeGarrette Blount, James White, Deion Lewis, whoever it may be, if he's the first guy there, if he's in on every play, then he is the X factor of the game. I think anytime Vic Beasley is involved on defense for the Falcons, that leads to the Falcons winning. You need all phases of the game in order to win, but the guy that the Falcons really need to produce is Vic Beasley. The X factor for the New England Patriots heading into this game is not Tom Brady, is not Julian Edelman, is not Chris Hogan, is not Martellus Bennett. The X factor to this game is not even a defensive player for the New England Patriots. It is an offensive player, but it is running back LeGarrette Blount. If the Patriots run the ball with LeGarrette Blount successfully, that will keep Matt Ryan off the field. That will keep Julio Jones off the field. That will keep Devonta Freeman off the field. That will keep Atlanta's best part of their team, their offense, off the field. If they control the clock, wear down Atlanta's defense, burn Atlanta's defense over the top with the Hogans of the world, with the Danny Amendolas, with the Julian Edelmans on the dink and dunk plays, I think the Patriots could really open things up in this game if they run the ball well with LeGarrette Blount. And that is an actual easy feat to attain because LeGarrette Blount is a very, very tough guy to bring down. I don't know if the Falcons have the front seven to do it. They got Dwight Freeney on the line. He's long in the tooth. They don't really have those guys to make that happen, to stop the run. Not versus a guy as big as LeGarrette Blount. Not in my eyes. I haven't seen it yet. And they haven't really had to go up against great running backs in this postseason. Rawls had a huge game in the playoffs, but did so-so, I believe, versus the Falcons. Montgomery for Green Bay? Are you kidding me? Like that was nothing. He didn't really do a whole lot. They haven't had to go up against a running back like LeGarrette Blount, who had 18 touchdowns this year, worth $1 million. Probably one of the best contracts that's ever been written. The lowest paid, highest reward contract. Win-win for the New England Patriots, right? So, if the Patriots can run the ball really well with LeGarrette Blount, he's their X factor to me. That's what I think it'll come down to. If they run the ball well with LeGarrette Blount, I think that they can take this game over. Now let's talk about the meat and potatoes of this matchup. This matchup is Matt Ryan versus Tom Brady. This is Matt Ryan trying to become legitimate, trying to put himself in the upper echelon of the quarterback conversation. And on the other team, you have Tom Brady, 4-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time Super Bowl loser. He's appeared in 6 Super Bowls. This is his 7th Super Bowl appearance. This is a Super Bowl that would put him at the top. It would put him at 5 Super Bowl victories if they were to win this game. The most Super Bowls for any quarterback in NFL history, ending any debate as to who the greatest quarterback of all time is. This game is based on championships. Who wins the most championships? And Tom Brady has 4 already, tied with Joe Montana, who most consider to be the greatest of all time. If Tom Brady has 5, that would put him ahead of Joe Montana in the game's most important all-time category, Super Bowl victories. And Super Bowl appearances, he's already got him beat, which I think is important as well. And he has Joe Montana beat in that category already. Joe Montana went 4-0 in Super Bowls. Every Super Bowl he competed in, he won. And Tom Brady is 4-2, but I still think stuff needs to be said for the fact that he brought his team there. Obviously, that's the Buffalo Bills fan in me bringing that to light, but I think that says for something. That says for a lot. The fact that he can make it, time and time again. We're only 2 years removed from their last Super Bowl victory. So, just the tenacity that he plays with, the fire that he plays with, the motivation that he plays with has never wavered. And for a guy with that much success, you would think that maybe he would, I wouldn't say tone it down, but you'd think you'd see maybe a little bit of a taper off. But you haven't. You haven't seen it. If anything, he has ramped it up. He's went after it even more so. His numbers have gotten actually better over the course of his career. His quarterback to interception ratio this year was 28-2. He missed the first 4 games of the year and was on fire from the get-go. So Tom Brady is the GOAT in my eyes. He's the greatest quarterback I've ever watched play. Time and time again, year after year, I've watched him bring his team back from the within minutes of defeat. That Denver Broncos game, it was like 21-3 or 28-3. They come back and win the game. Who has done this? Who has done this before? I've never seen a guy dominate the sport of football longer than Tom Brady has. really dominate year in and year out. He's either in the AFC Championship game, it seems like, or he's in the Super Bowl every year. And that's the story. That's the story there. Obviously, the part of the story, too, is the fact that Deflategate, as I mentioned, first 4 games, Brady's suspended. It would be really, really funny to see Roger Goodell hand Tom Brady that trophy, that Lombardi trophy. I would laugh my ass off if that ended up happening, just because I think it was wrong that he was suspended for Deflategate. There was no real evidence of the fact that had happened, and I don't think it is something that has been lost. It's been something that hasn't been lost on the NFL before. They just wanted to create some sort of a story, and they did. So that's my take on that catastrophe of a story, Deflategate. As to who I think is going to win the game, I think the Patriots will win this game. I think that the Atlanta Falcons will have this game in their grasp, and Tom Brady will lead the Patriots back to victory. I think the Falcons will come out hot from the get-go, put points on the board, maybe even like a 14-3 lead at halftime, and then we'll see the Patriots come out in the second half like world beaters. Tom Brady put drive after drive together. New England's defense step up in the clutch. Julio Jones being taken out of the game in the second half. And really a picture-perfect ending for a 5th Super Bowl championship for Tom Brady. That's really how I see it. It's not, me being a fanboy for Tom Brady. Yes, I am from Buffalo, New York. Yes, I do love the Bills. Yes, I do hate the fact that the Patriots are in the AFC East and we have to play them twice a year. But I do recognize, and I do give credit where credit is due, Tom Brady is great. He is a great player. He is a fascinating quarterback to watch. He's highly entertaining. His offense is as simple as white bread, but he puts it together every single year. And the defense knows what's coming, and they still can't stop it. He's not the most athletic guy on earth. He makes up for it with what's in his brain. He's a smart quarterback. And I enjoy watching it. I enjoy the underdog story of his career. I enjoy the fact that he was slept on by the Patriots 6 times and the other 32 teams in the NFL 6 times. The 199th pick overall in the 2000 NFL Draft, the Brady 6, that those guys ended up really as bums besides Chad Pennington. And Chad Pennington was the first quarterback in that draft. And Chad Pennington's been out of the NFL for like 5-6 years. So it's been amazing to watch the trajectory of his career. A guy that, who knows what would have happened if Drew Bledsoe didn't get hurt. It's a fascinating story. And it's one that is going to continue. I don't see Tom Brady stopping anytime soon. He's 40, but he looks like he's 25. He's playing like he's 25. And his competitive fire is burning hot. It's fiery red. And I don't see him wavering in his efforts. Even if this doesn't work out, even if he has a bad game, even if the Patriots lose badly, I don't see him quitting, retiring anytime soon. I think he's got 4 or 5 years left. I think he'll retire as one of the oldest quarterbacks to play the game and the most decorated quarterback to ever play in the National Football League. I see the Patriots winning this game. I see it being 31-28. 31-28 Patriots. I see it as a higher scoring game. I see it as an entertaining Super Bowl. These two offenses going toe-to-toe. It can't not be a high-scoring game. Usually Super Bowls are 17 to 20 points, 24 points. I'm going to go with 31-28. I think there'll be 2 defensive touchdowns in this game, 1 for each team. That will be a huge difference in this game. Patriots 31-28. Tom Brady gets his 5th Super Bowl victory, and Bill Belichick gets his 5th Super Bowl victory as well. That is my prediction. Take care, guys.